Ain't putting on, man. That's all we know, man. Putting on like the lawn, man. Freedom murder, man. Know what's going on.
Their way.
Devils who got them served. They weren't doing it for a little saint, man.
Gucci seen you on YouTube, reached out to you. How did you feel when he reached out to you? Was you fucked up? Did you believe it? Or you thought it was a fake account?
Yeah, I ain't believe it at all. Look at my phone. I said, hell no. I wake up, I get all the way up. Look at my phone again. He text me again. He was like, what's up? I text back right there. I was like, what's chopping? He was like, man, I'm rocking with your music, home. You too hard. I instantly put my clothes on, leave. I go to the house. I wake Pops up. You know, this my manager. Hell no, this ain't real.
Right.
I wake him up. I show him. He couldn't believe he done there sweating. He get to sweat. So look, he sent me his number. He said, FaceTime me. I FaceTime him from there. We talked about like 5 hours. And it was up from there. And now fucking twin sister mama's cousin.
Bitch, snitching.
You got
What y'all expected out of Pooh Shiesty since he just got out?
So what we expecting out of Pooh Shiesty since he just got out?
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah,
music for sure.
To get it back in blood.
Get back in that music for sure.
That's all he gonna be focused on watching. That's all you gonna see.
Don't do no club.
He ain't about to do. They say he just about to drop hella shit.
No bullshit right now.
He just about to drop shit.
He's I
was like, man, I don't believe Gucci just sit there and just let a nigga do something to him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this was like some surprising news. At least it was for me. That I didn't really expect it, but you know, they're saying Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane over Gucci Mane not wanting to help out when Scar died. And they're saying that now he's signed to Yo Gotti.
They said he was locked up. I just saw he out.
Oh, he's out, or he was in
He was on live.
a halfway house for a while.
He was in a halfway house, but he wasn't posting on the internet while all that was going on. I heard that too. They went in the studio, met him, tried to press him, like all his big homies, you know, I think they said his pops, all type of motherfuckers. And then they said Gucci punched one of them and they shit, you feel me? So, ain't no telling. I don't like, man, I don't believe Gucci just sit there and just let a nigga do something to him. You know what I'm saying? Over the scar, I mean, I understand everything, but they say Gucci's supposed to punch one of them ain't shit. And his ring fell off and his watch like broke and he picked it up. So I don't think it was like a robbery, like, nigga, give me that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a scuffle, it was going down, and then he lost his pieces.
Pooh Shiesty and Chopper Gang ran down on Gucci Mane, relieved him of some of his possessions, and basically forced him to sign a contract releasing Pooh Shiesty from 1017. I had people hit me up saying some of Gotti's people are the one who did this. When you listen to the FDO song, he's shouting out Yo Gotti. If you're signed to Gucci Mane, you are not showing Yo Gotti love.
That means it was a sneak attack. Let's just say maybe Gucci made arrangements to come to Dallas. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Pooh's in Dallas, I'm gonna book some studio time.
Yeah.
We gonna get it in. Hey, Pooh them at the door, let them in. They come in, right? It had to be some shit like that. Gucci wouldn't have been anticipating the problem. It wouldn't have been that easy.
I feel like the signing artist part of Gucci's life is over.
But bro, what's really gonna be over is Pooh Shiesty's career.
Yeah.
He's gonna put his on the shelf. Yo, going
What if
on
I
the
told you one of the street's
shelf,
most
boy.
respected rappers might have broken the golden rule without anyone knowing? A rule so sacred, it separates the real from the fake, the respected from the disposable. I'm talking about Pooh Shiesty Wack100 and a situation that's shaking the streets and hip-hop community alike. This isn't just your usual beef, this is a clash of street code, legal strategy, and online drama, all colliding in real time. The streets are talking, the lawyers are talking, and social media is buzzing, but the real question is, who's telling the truth and who's playing a dangerous game? It all started when Wack100 accused Pooh Shiesty of snitching, but not in the way most people think. This wasn't about walking into a police station and spilling secrets. No, like this was some next level indirect snitching that most people wouldn't even recognize. According to Wack100, the situation involves a shooting case where Pooh Shiesty and his crew allegedly met some guys to buy weed, codeine, and even some sneakers. A simple transaction, right? But things went sideways fast. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Wack100 claims Pooh Shiesty didn't directly talk to the police, but his lawyer basically did it for him. That's right, the legal team trying to defend their client ended up giving law enforcement information that the streets consider off limits. Here's the breakdown. The alleged victims in the case told the police they didn't own any guns. They swore they weren't armed. But Pooh Shiesty's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, went to court and said, nope, these victims had guns. And we have proof. Evidence showed a firearm box in the trunk, complete with ammunition. Because of this, Pooh Shiesty's sentence was reduced from 10 years to under 5. From a legal perspective, that's a win. But Wack100 and the streets see it differently. In street code, even giving law enforcement information about someone else's criminal activity counts as snitching. And in Wack100's eyes, that's exactly what happened. He went off publicly, saying that by revealing the victims had guns, the lawyer essentially cooperated with authorities, and that's a no-go in the streets. To understand why this is such a big deal, you need to know Wack100's rules. According to him, even if someone pulls a gun on you first, even if you shoot in self-defense, you can't tell law enforcement about it. You take your lick, fight your case, and never give up information. No police, no DA, no judge, no FBI, nobody gets the truth. Wack100 even shared a story from when he was 13 or 14, facing a murder case he had nothing to do with. The police brought evidence against him from 3 adults trying to pin the crime on him, and he refused to cooperate. That's the level of street loyalty he's talking about. And in this context, the lawyer's actions on Pooh Shiesty's behalf, that's seen as a direct violation of the code, even if it was technically legal. It doesn't stop there. Bradford Cohen went on DJ Academic's stream to defend his client, and in the process, basically confirmed everything Wack100 had been saying. On stream, Cohen explained how the defense was built around showing that the victims were lying. They were armed, and that's why the shooting escalated. The paperwork even showed this. In other words, the lawyer admitted to giving law enforcement information that helped Pooh Shiesty's case. And then, in an ironic twist, Cohen called Wack100 whack and accused him of clout chasing. Instead of embarrassing Wack100, he handed him all the ammunition he needed to prove his point. Pooh Shiesty didn't stay silent. About a month later, he went on Instagram and posted federal court paperwork showing he faced 60 years to life, claiming he never told on anyone. The paperwork revealed a superseding indictment with thousands of pages, and Pooh Shiesty's message was clear. I faced all this time and never snitched. How can people say I'm a snitch? But here's the twist. Wack100 claims that the case where the lawyer allegedly snitched is a completely different case. If true, Pooh Shiesty might be playing a high-level chess game, protecting his street image while legal and social media battles rage on. The streets are left confused, and everyone is trying to figure out which story is real. This isn't just about legal battles. It's about family and legacy. Pooh Shiesty's father is a respected OG, someone who raised his son with strict street principles. If Pooh Shiesty did break the code, even indirectly through his lawyer, it would be a massive betrayal. Fathers in the streets have disowned sons for less. Wack100 knows Pooh Shiesty's father personally and respects him, which adds weight to his accusations. This makes the situation even more serious. The allegations aren't just about a rapper's credibility, they're about a family's honor and reputation in the streets. The stakes couldn't be higher for Pooh Shiesty. He didn't just step into the rap game as another artist, he built his career around authenticity, street credibility, and a carefully crafted image of being real. Every verse, every track, every interview reinforced this persona. His music isn't just entertainment, it's a statement. He raps about shootouts, moving weight, and living by a strict street code, painting himself as someone who understands the harsh realities of the streets because he's lived them. Fans don't just listen, they believe. And in hip-hop, that belief isn't handed out lightly. It's earned, often at great personal risk, and it's guarded jealously. But if the allegations about cooperating with law enforcement, even indirectly through his lawyer, hold any weight, all of that carefully built credibility is at risk. The streets and the hip-hop community don't forgive lightly, and history is littered with rappers whose careers were derailed by snitching rumors, whether true or false. Look at past examples. One wrong move, one perceived betrayal, and suddenly the fan base turns cold. Fellow artists distance themselves, and collaborations disappear. credibility isn't just an asset in this world, it's currency, and once it's gone, rebuilding it is almost impossible. A single misstep can overshadow years of hustle and grind, and the weight of that risk is enormous. At the heart of this situation is a clash that has become increasingly common: legal strategy versus street code. In the courtroom, Bradford Cohen's actions were logical and strategic. He found evidence that could reduce his client's sentence, potentially saving Pooh Shiesty years behind bars. From a legal standpoint, that's smart, responsible defense work. But in the streets, these same actions look like a violation of the most sacred rule: never give law enforcement information that could be used against someone, even indirectly. This puts artists like Pooh Shiesty in a near impossible position. Follow your lawyer's advice and protect your freedom, or adhere strictly to street principles and risk longer sentences or harsher consequences. Either choice carries heavy costs, or there's no guaranteed safe path. Adding to the complexity is the relentless spotlight of the internet. Unlike decades ago, when these matters were largely private, today everything is live, documented, and shareable. Lawyers go on streams, rappers post court documents on Instagram, and fans debate the minutiae of street politics in real time. DJ Academics has been caught in the middle, witnessing both sides unfold, and viewers are watching every move, forming opinions instantly. For Pooh Shiesty, the pressure isn't just legal, it's psychological. He has to maintain his street credibility, respond to family expectations, navigate the scrutiny of fans, and manage an image carefully curated over years, all while potentially facing serious legal consequences. Ultimately, this situation is bigger than a single rapper or a single beef. It reflects the shifting landscape of modern street politics in hip-hop. The old rules are fading, yet perceptions of adhering to them remain critical. Wack100 has repeatedly emphasized that more people are cooperating with law enforcement today than ever before, signaling that the traditional street code is under threat. But fans still expect authenticity and adherence to these codes, creating an almost impossible balancing act. For artists like Pooh Shiesty, even if he didn't technically snitch, perception alone can be devastating. In this world, how something appears can be just as powerful as the truth itself, and navigating that divide has become one of the most challenging aspects of modern hip-hop life. At the end of the day, this story is about credibility, legacy, and survival. Pooh Shiesty is walking a tightrope between legal strategy and street loyalty, between public perception and private reality. Wack100, with his decades of experience, is calling out what he sees as violations of the code, backed by documents, streams, and evidence. The streets are watching, and in this world, reputation isn't just important, it's everything. Will Pooh Shiesty survive these allegations and keep his career alive? Or will this mark the beginning of the end for his street credibility? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. In the streets, nothing stays hidden forever, and the internet has made sure everyone has a front row seat. If you learned something new about this whole Pooh Shiesty and Wack100 situation, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and let me know what you think. Is this a legal victory, a street betrayal, or something in between? The streets don't forget, and neither should we.